Happy Friday. All right. So this week, actually, let's start here. This week, we ran a challenge in a pop-up group. So if you weren't in it, it wasn't in Plan Achieve. Right now, I'm streaming to both groups, though. Break That Glass Ceiling was the name of the challenge, and we covered so much stuff. It was amazing. When you hop in, say hi. I see you guys. I see you there. I want to make sure that everything's broadcasting okay, because I'm in two different spots here. So we're good for glass ceiling. So much stuff. Bonjour. It was amazing. Hey, Catherine. And I'm just going to double check in Plan Achieve. So if you're in Plan Achieve, let me know that you're watching in Plan Achieve. And if you're in glass ceiling, let me know that you're in glass ceiling, just so that, you know, I know everything's working. So, hi, Maureen. Maureen is here. Okay, so you're here in Plan Achieve. Okay, perfect. So we're in both spots. So I guess I can see comments from both groups, which is awesome. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You're right. Very good. Very good. Okay, so we're good to go. We covered a few different things, like stuff that gets in your way of achieving that next level in life, business, of course, with the business focus, right? The one thing that, and I was on a call with someone yesterday, we were talking about this a little bit, you know, how successful your business is almost like a direct reflection in how fulfilled and successful you feel in life too. So we were talking about this in the Break the Glass Ceiling challenge this week. On day one, hey Teresa, about the self-imposed obstacles that we place upon ourselves, whether it's always a belief, right? There's always those limiting beliefs. And there's those thoughts that really get in your way. Your thoughts are the things that hold you back more than anything. And we spent about an hour and a half, just short of an hour and a half, talking about this on Monday. And we were naming off like different limiting beliefs. We were going through the mindset shift to overcome them, or to allow yourself to move forward towards your goals and toward living that life that you actually want to, you know, with the friends, with the success, doing the things that you actually want to do in and with your life, and getting rid of that bullshit story that you tell yourself that's holding you back from actually doing it. And one of the shitty things that you come to realize is that the only thing that's holding you back from achieving that which you desire is yourself. And you can give me any excuse, you can give me any reason, and when you get down to the root, the core of it, it's what you're choosing. Is it? Well, see, the funny thing about hair is it grows like all the time. I even just cut it like a few weeks ago. But it's always a choice, right? You know, you can have habits, you can be stuck in these cycles, you can be surrounded by people who aren't supporting you, which does, you know, it does make it more difficult, but you choose, in the end, you choose what you allow and what you don't allow in your life. And you might even be fully aware of what the fuck it is that you're doing that's screwing yourself over. You need to make that choice. You don't need other people to take action. You don't need other people's support or validation to take action toward what it is that you desire. You don't need a tribe so much. You know, you don't need that old tribe, we'll say. If you've been taking so many actions and hanging out with so many people and networking. Maybe you're networking in the wrong places. Maybe you have been approaching your business with a certain message. Maybe you have these biz besties or people that you just bitch about your unsuccessful shit all the time, all your failures, right? Oh my God, that one time I did this and it didn't fucking work. How the hell am I ever going to get that done? Or remember that one time that was really that I really screwed that thing up. And if you keep focusing and keep talking about the things that you have done unsuccessfully, what are the odds of you making the shift into what will get you what you're actually after, right? If you had an unsuccessful launch, if you had a shitty consultation call with someone, they didn't sign up, you didn't get along at all, maybe they called you names, maybe they hung up on you, right? Who cares? Who cares? You have to let go of all those things that happen. You have to find it in yourself, which is a serious journey. A lot of realization. Okay? A lot of quiet and self-discovery to realize what it is that you are doing and to realize what it is that you actually want and what you want from it. Why are you going after certain things? Why do you want those particular results? So on Monday, when we were talking, one of the questions that came up during the live was, well, part of it was leaving friends behind, right? When you're ambitious as fuck and your friends aren't, when you want to change something in your lifestyle and your friends don't, there's that inherent fear. And it's something that's like embedded in your DNA because you always needed that village, that tribe to survive. And so as humans, it's like we seek that validation. We seek that safety. Even if it isn't bringing us joy, even if it isn't bringing us happiness, and is keeping us away from what it is that we truly, truly, truly want for our life, we still fall into like old habits. We still keep ourselves quiet. We still hold ourselves back from doing what we're really told to do. Because 10,000 years ago or however many years ago, if you were outcasted, if you were shunned by your family, right, your tribe, your village, you were sent out to the mountains and you were going to get eaten by a saber-toothed tiger. You die. Okay? You're on your own in the wilderness with no resources, with no help, limited everything. In the world that we live in now, we're able to survive and even thrive when you move out and away from the things that are holding you back. And it hurts. And when we were talking about it on Monday, the idea of loving yourself and honoring and respecting what it is that you want for yourself is just as important. And actually, I'm throwing this in a little extra. It's just as important as loving and honoring the fact that those people who have been in your life, your friends or family, that they don't want to move on that same path as you. And so you get to a point, like the fork in the road, where it's like, if I take one more step that way, I can live the next 40, 30, 20, 10 years of my life, 2, 3 years of your life. I mean, how much would 3 years of total bliss, fulfillment, and happiness, how much is that worth to you? Of achieving the things that you've always dreamt of and always desired and always wished that you could have. If you got to do that for 1 year of total amazement, wouldn't that be worth it to make a painful change over the next 2 months, right? Or 3 months, to heal, to discover, to grow. And if you make those changes now, if that's what you really want, is to live happily and fulfilled, and successful, your own version, your own idea of success for the rest of your life, you need to love yourself enough to support yourself through it, and to not seek the validation of those people who don't desire that in their lives. This, whatever your idea of success is, the goals that you're after, the changes, even health changes, all of those things. So you need to love yourself enough to do what you feel is right for you to be the best version of you that you can envision, and to love your friends and to love your family enough to accept that they don't see it, that they don't desire that. And that's fine. When you go out for breakfast with your friends, you order eggs your own way. You don't need to do what everybody else is doing. It doesn't mean that you need to, have this crazy dramatic friend divorce or crazy dramatic, I'm not talking to my family anymore, but you need to accept and love people where they're at. Just like you need to love and accept yourself where you are and where you want to go. Hit pause. I realized, I'm just reading comments for a second. I realized I really do not enjoy Fast and Furious like a simmer. Yes, I feel like we know that, Maureen. And know what? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. You're still building, you're still growing. It's all about doing what feels right and what works for you. And Teresa's saying, my main problem is the people I'm around. You still work full time. They have no motivation. Yeah. I know it. Sometimes you have to do that. You have to separate yourself from people. You have to go into some quiet mode. And know what I used to do when I was working as a project manager, however many years, I don't know, 6 years ago now. Almost 6 years ago, I would get all my work done, right? Go to all the meetings about meetings, and, do all the site tours, do all the project management stuff. And then I would sit in my office, and I started about 3 different companies while I was sitting in my office, just developing websites. I was bidding for jobs. I was contacting customers. I was signing contracts. I was doing a whole bunch of shit. And instead of, going out to the smoke pit, I didn't smoke, but everybody else fucking did. And they would just go out to the smoke pit and sit there and talk about crap that doesn't freaking matter all the time, and just have this negative focus, this hold back on their whole lives. Like, this is it, living the dream, her. And so sometimes, you just need to realize what it is that is good for you and what you need to separate yourself from to get to a point where you feel strong, and you feel like you are on the path to what it is that you want. Right? And always, always, and still, even if you're making $30K a month, people will come to you and people will say things like, well, when are you going to get a real job? You need a real job. You're making $250,000 a year, $250,000 a year, and people still be like, oh, so when are you going to go back to work? Fucking never. Are you kidding? Right? But they get stuck in their mentality, in their comfort zone. And what you can't do, especially when you feel this pull to move forward, is allow somebody else's comfort or adopt somebody else's comfort zone. Ugh. And the other part to that too is getting way too stuck in your own comfort zone, because that's not a place where you're able to grow. You need to get uncomfortable, not like breaking down your boundaries so you feel like scared and vulnerable, but to move forward. To move forward, it's growth, right? You don't go to the gym and work out till you're comfortable, and then, which would be like 2 steps on the fucking stepping machine for this guy. But you need to push yourself so that you are able to grow. And when we build stuff, when we build systems, when we build the project management systems for your business in Project Impact, when we set up your schedule so that you are showing up impactfully every single week with content, with meeting new clients, with networking, with bringing forward value and letting people know what it is that you do in your business, we set your business up to run at your goal level. So if you're looking to make $10,000 a month, I'm not going to set you up with a system that supports what you have currently. If you want $10,000 a month, we will set you up with a system that will bring you $10,000 a month. When you've achieved that, we will look at what you have in place and what needs to be tweaked so you can get to $20,000 a month, right? So you set yourself up and you make space in your life for what it is that you want, your life and your business, hand in hand, right? They go hand in hand. So you don't want to just get comfortable where you are and have systems to support or a mindset to support what you already have going on. Because chances are, if you are alive, there's something more that you desire, that you want to learn about, that you want to grow towards, that you want to achieve. My group name is Plan Achieve. Light bulbs going off everywhere, right? So if you right now are holding yourself back, and you might say like, oh, my mom doesn't like what I do, or my husband doesn't like what I do, or, oh, I have kids though. Or like, oh, I have something else. There's always these excuses attached to every single excuse. And if you went through my limiting belief course that I taught in January, which you guys can always hop into the replay on that one too. If you went through that limiting belief course, there's an exercise that you write down the top 5 things that you have wanted in your life. This was a huge realization for me, like a year or so ago, when I finally broke into and passed that $10,000 a month mark. I swear to God, this is the thing that did it. Okay. It was like, what do you want in your life, business? What are 5 things that you've been trying to work towards that you have not done? And then you ask yourself, why? And you will see how fucking lame that answer is. And ask yourself why you've been doing that, right? We actually used to do this on projects. If there was an injury, if there was a loss, or if something broke, or if you got a flat tire, how did you end up getting a flat tire? Why did that happen? Why did that happen? We call it the 5 whys. And this is the same thing. So let's say that you've been wanting to make $100,000 a year, okay? Why haven't you made $100,000 a year? You don't have the clients, let's just say. Don't have the clients. Why don't you have the clients? I haven't been networking. I'm making these answers up. I'm not saying these are yours, but you can go through the same exercise. Why haven't you been networking? Maybe you don't know how. Is that a final answer? No, because you can learn how. You can even hire somebody to do it for you. Okay, so you don't know how? Why don't you know how? I haven't learned. Why haven't you learned? I haven't signed up for that fucking course that Leslie keeps talking about. I'm kidding. But seriously, it can work that easily. And you'll come down to the reason And when I did this, oh shoot, my phone's ringing. When I did this exercise last August, September, it was like I was writing it down in a notebook very similar to this one. It wasn't this particular one. Do you see that nice drawing there? And I was writing it down in there. And when I got down to answer all of my questions, I just kind of like chucked my book. I'm like, you idiot. You idiot. It's all your choices. Here's a random story. I was dating this guy back in the day, 15 years ago or so. He was such a jackass. And I was talking to his mom one day about how much of an asshole he is. She actually called me and said, how much of an asshole is this guy being? And she said to me at one point, and I really didn't get it. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about, Karen? That's actually her real name. I'm like, what are you talking about, Karen? Are you telling me that I need to lower my expectations? Because she said, you will get from him what you allow, right? She's been through so much counseling because his dad is just as fucked up as he is. But she was like, you will get from him what you allow. I was like, okay, so I don't allow this. I'm not going to allow this to happen. But if he continues to do it, what are your choices to not allow that in your life, right? To walk the fuck away from it. So if you have these excuses and you have these stuck points showing up for you and you have all these like, I really want this 100,000 a year, maybe you want 100,000 a month, right? You want that $100,000. You have 5 different excuses that you're leaning on as to why you can't do it. Why are you allowing that in your life? If it's asshole people, if it's your own excuses, if it's insecurities, you can't allow those things to control your future. You are the only one who can. You're the only one who should. You're allowing yourself to lean on those things. You're allowing yourself to not learn how to do the things that you need to do. You're allowing yourself to say, I'm trying. Stop trying and just fucking do it, right? And if there are people in your life that are holding you back from doing the things that you want, you need to make a choice. You do the thing anyway, not in spite of, and not to prove it to them, because that's powerless. To do things to prove something to someone else. Do things to honor yourself. And if people are not supporting you and if people are holding you back, are those the kind of people that you want in your life, really? Would it be better to be on your own and loved, even by yourself, than to be completely disrespected and held back from that which you are currently chasing, or that you desire, right? I don't like saying chasing because that means that something's running away and you're like, let it go. Don't be your own worst enemy. Don't be the one that hurts you more than anything or anybody else could. Sabine, how are you? So I want you guys to do this. And if I can help you, I want you to shoot me a message. I'll get back to you. I will. If you're in the glass ceiling challenge this week, I'm broadcasting in both places right now. So if you're in the glass ceiling challenge, you have that form, that next step form. But I think I'm going to post it up in Plan Achieve too. I put this form together for the glass ceiling challenge because we went over this, getting out of your own goddamn way so that you can achieve the things that you want in your life. And this form that I put together was, how can we get you there? Where are you now? Really evaluate what you're looking at and where you want to go. And I will tell you to the best of my ability. And if I don't have the tools to help you get to where you want to be, I know people who can. And if I don't, we will find them together. Okay? If you guys want to, this is a bit of like a business audit, a business life goals, self sabotage, knowledge limitation, or whatever kind of limits you're placing on yourself because you need more organization, which I saw came up a lot in Plan Achieve, which is hilarious because that's what I teach. So if you need help in organization, getting your business organized, running it like a project that will tickety-boo get you from where you are to where you want to be, that's what I do. If you need help doing this, Sabine was one of my first clients like 4 years ago. So, if you need to get that done, shoot me a message. Okay. I'm not going to tell you to remortgage your house so that I can help you. That's not my jam. Just, reach out, take that step, take that first step to get out of where you are so you can get closer to where you want to be. Okay. I'll post that if you want to have a messaging sesh with me, or if you want to hop on a call, if you just want to take a look at what my programs are and what I offer, it's anywhere from $27 to $10,000. So you get to pick, okay? You can just check it out. I don't want you to feel like you're fucked. I don't want you to feel like you're stuck. But you need to make that choice. Nobody else, no external source of validation or support can do the things that you can do for yourself. And you have to decide if you want a life full of lame fucking excuses, or if you want a life full of all your freaking hopes and dreams. Thank you. So let me know if you guys want the form. Shoot me a message if you're just like, please, for the love of God, let me know what the hell I've been doing. We can get together and talk about it. We can talk about it. We can message about it. I'm pretty easy. I'm pretty easy to get along with. So what's holding you back are the choices that you make. And I know you're going to tell me that some of them you can't help because you have kids, or you have a house, or you have this, you have that. I'm going to call you out on your bullshit, but I won't do it publicly. I'll do it in your inbox. I will talk to you guys soon, though. Mwah. Thank you, Sabine. It was so good to see you. We need to have a catch up. I'd love to hear what's going on in your side, on your side of the world. But I'll see you guys soon. If you wanted to hop into the glass ceiling challenge and watch the video that we did on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we also have a Q&A coming up tomorrow. If you guys wanted to binge the videos and then catch the Q&A tomorrow, and we can work through stuff there even. Okay? I'll talk to you soon. Bye.